Well, this is it. Hey, what's going on, everybody? Colin Coleman here from the Red Ribbon Army. Remember me?
Red Ribbon!
Does anybody remember me? This is an idea I've had for a long time now that I was like, hey, why don't I film myself playing or kind of doing like a walkthrough of all my songs, just kind of telling you some of the thought process. I would love to get some of the other band members involved, but...
I just carried on living my life.
You know, we're all busy and life's long, and this is just me on a Saturday messing around, so this is my first time doing this sort of thing. We'll see how it goes. I'm sure as I progress, I'll get better, and if in the future, after I've done it a million times, I might do them all over again because I can record them better. Because right now I'm kind of working with a basic setup, trying to think of what song to do, and I said, hey, why don't I do Sunny? I don't know why, that's just a song that popped into my head today. There's two versions of it. Of course, there's the full band version, and then of course there is the acoustic version that we did on the EP. You know, if you guys don't know Sunny, basically the intro riff is like really impossible to play. I wrote it in my head. Back in high school, I used to mess around with a program called Finale. That was a music composing thing. This is like before music recording apps were ready. This is like 2000. Poor kid in Hawaii, didn't really have access to anything. So any way I could get an idea out of my head was just so rare. And so I'd sit there and mess around and think of ideas and comments like stuff. And that was a riff that I wrote on Finale. And of course, it's kind of an immature riff because it's like, there's no rests, there's no pauses, there's no, it's a series of 16 notes, right? And I just heard that melody. Anyway, so as I made the riff, I could barely play it. Of course, Cole, who plays guitar in the Red Ribbon Army, he shreds. And so I'd come up with these stupid riffs. I'd be like, all right, Cole, play this. And it was just always funny to hear his commentary on it because he was always like, Colin, this isn't like a normal guitar riff. Like, this isn't like how people play guitar. I'm like, I know, I wrote it in my head, and then after I wrote it in my head, I have to figure out how to make it come to life in music. I think even when we record it, we put like a synth behind it to kind of make it stand out. And I think the very first riff on the hard rock version is we threw so many effects on it because we were concerned that we couldn't play it cleanly enough, where if it was by itself, it would sound perfect. So that very first part, we put all these effects to it, and then when the song starts, it's just Cole shredding the... Fuck. I should make a top 5 list of top 5 riffs to play, at least from my experience, because that's right up there with above me. So I guess I could try to play this song. All right, so we'll start from the beginning, and I'll walk you through the song. So that was the riff. In writing the song, you know, I always kind of have this joke where, like, you don't always write a song about one thing. You start writing a song about one thing, and then you start adding pieces to the song about other things. And by the time you're done with the song, it's actually maybe about 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 different kind of moments in your life that all kind of have a same theme. And this song was me trying to just kind of write a power... a confidence ballad, you know, that, like, you know, being an emo kid who like never got the girl kind of thing. This is me going like, well, f you. I don't, you know, it's your loss. The girl who it's originally about, I think she's still single or she's kind of gone through her slew of boyfriends, and I, you know, I've never really kept in touch with her, and I hope she's doing great. And she's a very nice, beautiful girl, and that's that. And then, of course, I started dating somebody else, and then I kind of continued the song about it. And then it's also just kind of has a lot of my own themes about different things. So, Sunny was an ex-girlfriend, and not really, but like that was like my nickname for her in my head. So that's why I named the song that. And at the time, I was listening to a lot of, you know, the Usual Suspects thing, Seosin. This riff, this song is kind of a Seosin style song where I was like, oh man, I think it's called like Mookie's Last Christmas or some shit, but I just remember going like, there's parts of the song where like, oh, this is really cool, and then they do something else and like, they should have done that, they should have done this. So this is my version of like that kind of thing, I guess. I've been waiting for a long, long time to fall in love, and I think that you'll do just fine. When I was done with this song, I really thought like, oh dude, this song's a banger. It's gonna be like our pop hit. And then it turned out to be like very meh for people. And in the future, it's kind of one of those lessons where like people choose what your hit is, and you could try to know what it is, but you're never gonna know, because the most listened to song became Ghost Town, which I thought was just kind of a filler song, and that was the one that really connected with people. Of course, The Game was another one, and The Game was always one that I wish I could re-record just a little bit. There's a few things I'd like to change. But anyway, so it's drop D, right? D major. And the original version had the riff go the whole time. And I envisioned it like as the verse mellowed out, the riff would keep going in the background. But as we did it, everybody agreed that it was too messy and it kind of got in the way. But that's just kind of how I heard it. So the very first lyric.
I've been waiting for a long, long time to fall in love, and I think that you'll do just fine. And I bet that this thought is slowly crossed your mind once or twice, but you feel like you don't have the time. And I can tell your judgment has already set in. I'm just not the one for you. So have a happy life, and don't you dare come running back to me.
Whoop.
If you want me, come and get me, 'cause I won't be waiting for you. Come and find me in the afterlife. Bring me back to the sun. Bring me back to you.
Riff. And this is being the first of the series, whatever. If you pay attention to how I write songs, I fucking love movies, and I always squeeze in some sort of reference to movies in it, because that's kind of like these emotional things. You know, as a kid, I guess I was pretty, I kept my emotions in check, because I don't want to say I had the craziest childhood, but I definitely wasn't a easy one, I guess. And I hyper vigilant, always kind of afraid of the world because everything's so crazy. But in movies and music, I was like a way for me to kind of let my emotions out, or at least feel my emotions. So kind of connect with it. So
if you want me,
which it's really more me.
If you want me, come and get me.
It's gotta be May. And that line isn't really kind of intended, but it reminds me of Eraser with Arnold Schwarzenegger, Baltimore Docks, Pier 57. Come and get me.
Come and get me.
If you want me, come and get me, 'cause I won't be waiting for you. Come and find me in the afterlife. Bring me back to the sun. Bring me back to you.
So that phrase, come and find me in the afterlife, bring me back to this, it was like, to me, it's like this kind of epic romantic tale of like my dream woman, my perfect partner, like she's someone who fights for me kind of thing, right? Like, I know we live in this world where men are expected to pursue, and it just gets so defeating, pursuing, and the people you want never want you back. And I was like, man, I really wish someone I wanted me back, kind of thing. So that's that kind of fantasy I have, right? Where I'm someone worth fighting for, so kind of thing. And that line, come and find me in the afterlife, is really from why can't I think of the movie? What Dreams May Come, right? Might be based on the book. I should know this. I did zero research for this video. I'm just spitballing. But What Dreams May Come, and that thing where like Robin Williams is in the afterlife and he goes looking for his wife who committed suicide. And, you know, according to Catholic religion, right? Suicide, the last thing you do is murder somebody. You murder yourself. So it's a sentence to hell kind of thing. And he has to go in the afterlife and he has to find his wife, and he's okay with being there with her, but he brings her back. And I just like that. To me, that's just like such an epic tale. And that concept of bringing back to the sun, right, is like a metaphor for like bringing back to life, to light. And like that girl, Sunny, was kind of like that, you know. And I always had this joke where I'd sing a song, "You are my sunshine, my only sunshine." Anyway, so back to the song. So that first verse was kind of about girl one. And then, when I kind of kept writing it, I kind of kept going with girl two. Of course, ironically, these are both girls I work with at a restaurant, because that's how it is, right? You date the people you're around until dating apps came along. And by the time dating apps came along, I'm still not good at it. And that's where the harmony comes in. I can't even remember how to play the harmony, and I should have prepped for this video, but I didn't. And back to the verse.
And months from now, when you're all alone, and everywhere you go, you seem the room's too cold.
Room's too cold. Early November, no big deal. My rhythm is so bad. I haven't played it so long.
And every person new to your life has never felt as warm as the boy who you had no time for. I can see that this regret has slowly set in, and you wish you could turn back time. No one wants to be second best or an ultimatum to the way they live their life.
And that was just kind of what was going on, pursuing and being, forgotten. And then we ended up being in a relationship for a bit. And, I don't know if I finished this before or after our relationship, but there's definitely kind of feelings in there. Maybe it was after. I can't remember. Maybe it was before. No, it was definitely after.
If you want me, come and get me.
We already covered that part. And then, as it goes back
to the sun, bring me back to you.
And just listening to this is like when really pop punk and metal and screamo were kind of like merging together, and I love all sorts of kind of double bass chug stuff. And that was just that. I think the temp beats PM is like almost too fast for a real drummer to play it, or at least our drummer. No offense to JD. And then the next line was just kind of this sad mantra that I would say to myself. And now in my, now in life, I kind of like try not to say these things to myself, right? I'm trying to always try to instill positive mantras, or at least neutral mantras. But I have so many like negative sayings that are so woe is me. Wish I didn't say them, but that was like me conveying my pain. But that
I just wanna wake up with something to live for, 'cause I have never been this so alone, and I've been so cold my whole life. I'm just waiting for the sun.
Oh shit.
The sun to shine.
Obviously kind of back to that thing, but and what's so funny, that melody just always makes me think of
the best part of waking up.
The best part of waking up is Folgers in your cup.
And I don't know if he did it on it pauses for a bit on the recording, but live we'd hold it out longer. And for a big...
If you want me, come and get me, 'cause I won't be waiting for you. Come and find me in the afterlife. Bring me back to the sun. Bring me back to you. I've been waiting for a long, long time to fall in love. I've been waiting for a long, long time to fall in love.
And of course, I like an ender. I like to change it up. I like the big finale. And it goes with this kind of somber. And if there's one thing I wish that it was the first snare hit to Christian Antics was bah bigger, but it's But we'll save that song for next video. Some things I just remember. This melody. I think originally I had an intro that was different, where just kind of like super.
'Cause I just wanna wake up with something to live for.
And I like that kind of slow it down.
Because I have never feeling so alone. Sorry, I'm going falsetto because I can't scream my guts out right now. Because I've been so cold my whole life. I'm just waiting for the sun to shine. Anyway, that's it. Sonny, I'm gonna edit the shit out of this. I've been talking for 20 minutes. I don't even think the camera's focused on my face, but hopefully it is, but we'll see. Anyway, so that's it. First video. No, just one camera, me and the guitar. Hopefully it sounds good. We'll see. I'm gonna post this video no matter what because perfection is the enemy of completion. Perfection is the enemy of progress. Perfection is the enemy of done. It's not gonna be good enough for me, but I gotta start somewhere. So please forgive me if this video is not what you want it to be. If you have any questions about this song or things that you thought about it, leave them in the comments below, right? Is that how this works on YouTube? Thank you so much for watching this video. Leave a comment below, like and subscribe if you haven't already, and hello, my name's Colin Coleman from the Red Moon Army. Anyway, that being said, thanks for watching, and please forgive, if you're a fan and you're catching this, please forgive me for not following through, because I have so many comments about our music industry, especially the resurgence of the emo pop punk persuasion, and it's kind of funny to like everyone trying to get back on, but that's for another video. Anyway, thank you so much. As my saying goes, if you ever watch my Top 5 Fridays, love all, serve all, take care, peace.